Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking about something that I've actually been avoiding for a really long time, only because everybody seems to be talking about it. Today I'll be talking about depression. Now, depression has ended up being sort of a buzzword, which means that it's really trendy right now to talk about it. And I see a lot of videos where people talk about depression and how you could be in depression, what it feels like, and how you could manage it. However, clinical depression is a mental health disorder which should only be diagnosed by a practicing professional. So it could be diagnosed by a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and you could receive treatment like therapy by a psychologist or medicine and other kinds of therapy by psychiatrists. So the reason why I decided to talk about it in this video was to differentiate between depression and other things that seem like depression, and people end up self-diagnosing themselves and saying that I feel depressed. So the reason why I decided to make this video was because I generally talk about your professional life and things that apply to your job and job environment. I decided to talk about how you could be demotivated at your job and you just feel like you're depressed. So let's talk about this in detail. So I wanted to bring attention to the fact that something as serious as depression is being trivialized these days, and people seem to confuse depression with other things like being sad, being in a bad mood, or like I said earlier, being demotivated. So generally depression is caused by something which is circumstantial, like a traumatic event, or depression can be caused by other changes in the body, like a chemical imbalance in the brain or even hormonal imbalance. So first of all, let's try to understand what depression is and what causes depression. So depression is generally caused by a traumatic event like a death in the family or losing somebody that you love. Depression can be caused by abuse during your childhood or any past abuse, which could be physical, emotional, or sexual, which can lead to PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. It could be genetic, where one or both of your parents could have had depression in the past, and it increases your chances of having depression yourself. It could be caused by a big life event like getting married or having a baby, which is postpartum depression. So there are different kinds of depression, and there are also depression which could be because of your lifestyle choices. For example, if you are taking drugs, then you have a higher risk of having depression, and also some medicines have side effects which could lead to depression. Some other medical conditions increase your chances of having depression, like having hypothyroidism. So depression is medical in nature, and you just cannot mix it with something as simple as feeling bad, feeling sad, or having a bad mood. So this is why I wanted to clarify what depression is and how serious it is, and how only a practicing doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist can definitely tell you what it is and how to control it. So incidentally, I have my master's in general psychology, which is still not the same as clinical psychology. So this is why I have information on what depression is and what causes it, etc. Now, depression can be managed yourself. I mean, you can at least try to manage depression yourself and try to come out of it. So you can do things like talking to your friends and family. So you can seek comfort from them and try to talk to them and just bring your emotions out. It is also helpful to maintain a journal and write down your feelings, your thoughts, and whatever you're feeling in a journal, and it acts like an outlet. You can try to make some lifestyle changes where you change your environment. You can try to go out. If you like nature, you can go for a hike or like a short vacation and just feel the difference in your surroundings. You can try to go out shopping or go out for a movie, spend time with your friends. So there are little things, of course, that you can do yourself, like even following your passion. If you enjoy singing or dancing, then you can try to do that a little bit more by making these conscious changes and making this conscious effort. Of course, you can also do your bit to help your depression if you feel like you have it. However, like I said earlier, if you feel like you have clinical depression and it is getting bad, then there is no harm in seeking help and trying to reach out to a professional, which, like I said, could be a psychologist or a psychiatrist. So the first thing to do is to try and identify what is it that you're actually feeling. Are you actually depressed or are you just demotivated? So like I said earlier, I talked about some of the causes of depression and the patterns and how you feel and what it leads to, like I said, PTSD or postpartum or one of those things. So you can try and research a little bit about it and try to match your symptoms and how you feel and your lifestyle patterns and see whether you feel like you're actually depressed and you want to seek professional help, or just figure out whether you have just lost motivation. So sometimes when I go to train in different companies, some people actually come out and say it that, I have lost motivation and I just don't love my job anymore. I don't have interest in it anymore. So can you tell me how to fix this and to feel more motivated? So now I will talk more about what being demotivated is like and what you can do to come out of it. Now, of course, demotivation can happen due to different reasons and in different aspects of your life. For example, you could be demotivated due to a family situation or in a relationship or in your studies or anything else. But since I generally give you professional advice, I would like to talk about demotivation in your job situation or in a work environment. So just like motivation, demotivation also happens either in an extrinsic way or in an intrinsic way. So first let's talk about extrinsic demotivators. So extrinsic demotivators could be things like a boss who is not supportive, or he is discouraging you or embarrassing you, or team members who are not supportive, or they could be bullying you, or maybe they are just not friendly with you. It could be something like money, where you feel like you can make more money and your salary should be higher, but because your salary is lower than your expectations, you're losing motivation. Or it could be stress at your job, so you have a lot of work pressure and your company expects a lot out of you, or your boss is asking you to do too much work, and because of all this job pressure you have lost motivation and you don't enjoy your work anymore, and that's why you don't feel good about yourself. So extrinsic demotivation is caused by factors that are caused on the outside, so they are external. On the other hand, intrinsic demotivation is caused by how you feel on the inside. So it could be something like lack of job satisfaction. So you are working somewhere, but you are only working there because you need the job or you need the salary, but you don't really have interest in that job, which is similar to also not living your passion. So maybe you wanted to be a cricketer, or maybe you wanted to be a trainer or something else, but you had to take this job and this is not your passion, so you're not really enjoying it. So it feels more like a chore or something that you're forced to do and you don't really enjoy it. If you feel like that every day, obviously you will feel sad and you will feel demotivated. Apart from this, it could also be the pressure of responsibilities. So you may have loans or you may have to take care of your family. So you feel like you have to continue doing this job even if you don't like it. Or just the general pressure of always being under this responsibility and this sword hanging over your head that you have a lot of responsibilities and you have to take care of it. So stress could also be an intrinsic demotivator. Apart from this, you could be not very good at your job, so maybe you are making mistakes or you're new at it or you're just not good at it, and you always feel the fear of making mistakes or not being able to complete a task or getting negative feedback. So if you feel like that, then that could also be a demotivator for you. So these are some situations and some causes of demotivation at your job. Now let's try to find a solution to these problems. Okay, so now you've figured out that you are demotivated at your job. This is very common. In fact, it is shocking as to how many people I meet who don't like their job and feel demotivated at their workplace, and they have no urge to go to work every day. So first of all, you have to figure out what your job situation is and how you feel about your job. Honestly, if you ask me, I love my job. I love it because I kind of banked upon my strengths and I tried to find a job which matches my strengths. So I love talking to people, I love going to new places, new organizations, interacting with new people, and also learning new things and also imparting knowledge to others. So I found something that matched my strengths and my area of expertise, and I made a career out of it. So the first thing that you need to figure out is how you feel about your job. This is actually something that you can control by having a positive outlook. So if you're working somewhere, you can tell yourself that I chose to take this job and now I have to do justice to this job. So you can find different ways of making your job interesting. You can try to be innovative, you can collaborate with people and just try to have fun at your job and at your workplace, and also practice good work ethics. So if you're working somewhere, the company is depending on you, your team is depending on you, you are representing your company, and also you're taking salary from them. So if you have good work ethics, you will feel like, okay, if I am earning money here, I should do justice to it, I should make them proud, and I should do my job as perfectly as possible. So looking at your job and kind of analyzing how you feel about it and having a positive outlook can motivate you to do better at your job. Second is to look for a better job opportunity. So if you don't enjoy your work at all and you're not happy there, it's not your passion, then maybe you should look for another job which would be a better fit for you. Now I understand that for a lot of us it's not as easy to leave the job and then start looking for something else that could be more interesting to us, but what you can always do is keep your job, keep working there and try to do justice to it. But during weekends and when you have some time off, you can look for other jobs which seem more interesting to you. So if you feel like you have a passion, then during your week offs or during time off, you can look at those jobs and apply to those jobs. So even I did that in the past. I was working in certain organizations where I was not enjoying the job at all, and I realized that my true calling was training and I wanted to come back to it, but I had the liberty to take some time off, so I quit that job and I found my way back into training. So always look for better job opportunities if you know that you're not a good fit at the job where you are at right now. Now also another thing to consider is that no job is off limits. So for example, you are working as a trainer but you want to be a flight steward, or you want to be a chef, or you want to be a senior manager, or you want to be a quality analyst, or whatever it is. Sometimes we limit ourselves by saying that, oh, that's a different field, or the position is too high and I don't have enough experience. But I always say that what is the worst that can happen? The worst that could happen is that you apply for a job and they just don't respond to you, or you apply for a job and they respond to you and say that you didn't get the job. But look at the other option. Maybe you will get the job that you didn't expect, and that would be the best scenario, right? So always take that chance. If you are interested in something, go out of your way, take that leap of faith and apply for that job, and maybe you will get it and you will be able to live your passion. Last is to practice good work-life balance. So make sure that you don't make your entire life about just your job. There are so many more things in your life that you should be focusing on apart from your job. So while you are at work, like I said, do justice to your job, give it your best, be a perfectionist, try to outdo yourself. But once you go back home, focus on your life also. Try to spend time with your family, with your friends, with your girlfriend or your spouse, and also take time out to practice your passions. So if you were interested in cricket or dancing or singing, make sure that you take time out to still practice that, because even if you have the best job in the world, if you keep just practicing your job and not doing anything else, at some point you will start feeling dissatisfaction in that job also. So make sure that you're following your passions. Like I make sure that I travel every now and then. I love to work in animal welfare, so I make sure that I take time out for that, and that leads to a better quality of life, and I feel happy about my job when I'm at my workplace. So make sure that you follow your passions and there is a good work-life balance in your life when it comes to your job and your personal life. Okay, so those were my 2 cents on depression versus demotivation. I sincerely hope that you never have to experience depression, and that what you were feeling was temporary demotivation, and the tips that I shared brings you out of that demotivation and you feel motivated and you feel charged to do really well in your career. So that is it for this video, and like I always say, please share your thoughts in comments and let me know how you felt about this video or about my past videos. And if there is anything else that you would like to ask me, please comment below and watch out for the next video. Bye.